Hello, everyone. I'm Melissa. Most of you probably know me. I'm the Donor Relations Coordinator, and I'm really happy to introduce everyone to Helen, who's going to begin providing services and resources for our community. Helen, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, yes. I currently do hypnotherapy, but it took me a long way to kind of get to this place. I offer kind of online services as well as in-person services, and it works the same either way because with hypnotherapy, it's more about being inside of your thoughts than it is about anything else. So there's a different feeling if you come into the office just because I'm here with you. But online it works exactly the same way because we're really just having that conversation.
Awesome. So, what is some information that you feel like someone new to hypnotherapy needs to know?
Well, hypnotherapy really is not about what you see in the movies or like on a stage show or at a party or something like that. It's not cluck like a chicken, bark like a dog, you're going to do a cheer. It's none of that stuff. It really is just about getting down into the underlying thinking that you have about everything. There's the conscious mind, which is what you're aware of in the moment, and then the subconscious mind, which is where everything else is stored. And that the storage goes back to when you started learning. So your mind keeps track of everything that you've learned over the years. How to tie a shoe, how to drive a car. What do I need for my job, and it also controls how your body works. So is my heart pumping, or am I breathing correctly? All of that kind of stuff. So your subconscious is controlling all of those things, and in doing so, it doesn't do everything in that second. Like you don't go, oh, is my heart beating? Is my heart beating? No, it's just happening. But your subconscious keeps track of that for you. It's the same with all of that information that's stored since you started learning. But you don't need all of that information in every single moment. So I don't need to remember how to tie my shoe right now if I'm not tying my shoe. I can think about it if I want to, but I don't need to in that moment. I need to be able to pull up the information that I need right now. So with hypnotherapy, we kind of go down and dig into the weeds of that, look for new resources, go, okay, what's going on with you right now? And what do I need to go back to and find and uproot a little bit and maybe change how I use those resources going forward. So that's all within you. I don't do any of it. I just guide you through the process. I can't change you. I can't, force you to do anything. It really is just let's pull up those resources so that you can start using them now. Because you know what's right for you. I don't know what's right for you. So that's kind of my job, is to guide you through all of that.
Okay. What sort of conditions or symptoms can going into that subconscious address? Like, how can hypnotherapy help veterans?
Well, with hypnotherapy, it's really about thinking. So if it comes down to how do I think about what I'm going to do, that's coming up, this next thing that's going to happen, how do I think about my past? How do I think about what I'm doing right here in the moment? So with hypnotherapy, it honestly can help with how you think, which covers kind of everything. And I know that's a little vague. It's really great for very specific things, and it's really great for, I just don't know what to do right now. I'm not sure how to move forward. So it can help with smoking, with weight loss, with trauma that you've had in the past. It can help with anxiety, stress, and some of these things are underlying in a lot of different situations. We just don't necessarily associate them together. So kind of almost anything that somebody comes in with, because it's how you think about it, and we need to find different resources as opposed to the ones that you're using right now. Hypnotherapy is really good at working with, helping you find those new resources and kind of pushing to the side the ones that you don't need anymore because they're not helping you, they're not benefiting you. So.
That's awesome. So, why did you decide to become a hypnotherapist? That's a pretty specific profession.
Yes. And it's also one that people are not really aware of too. So there's the traditional, therapy that you can go to, psychology, psychiatrist, all of that kind of stuff. Or even just going to the doctor, hey, I've got this symptom. Well, I was struggling with a lot of stress in my life. I had 3 little kids. My husband's job takes him, away from home a lot. And I just was like, this is too much. It's not working for me. I need to be better at this. I want to be better at this. I want to find a different way. So I started reading a lot of books. I started trying a whole lot of different methods of how can I be a better person? How can I decrease my stress? What can I do differently to help me get through the situation better, to be a better parent, to, be a role model for my kids, to feel calm when I'm struggling, when there's a lot going on, especially with little kids, there's always a lot going on. So just, being a better person in general. And when I started reading the self-help and the personal development, all that kind of stuff, I came across, several books on how to talk to your brain, how to think differently, what words do you use when, you're talking to yourself. So I started implementing those methods, and that's kind of took me down the hypnotherapy rabbit hole. And once I realized how actually easy it is to change the way you think about things, I was like, I have to do this for other people. So because it really just is, it's much simpler than you think, because how you think is the foundation of everything that you do. You think a certain way, so you act a certain way. And if you can change how you think about a situation, you can change how you act, that outcome. So once I found hypnotherapy, I was like, oh, I have to learn more, do more, share the message with people that this is actually an option. There's a lot of different options, a lot of different choices that you can make. This one worked for me, and I just felt like, it worked so fantastically for me that I want to share it with everybody else.
So you are so excited to share with other people that I am excited to share with our community that you've committed to help 2 veterans a month starting in October.
Yes.
And I am just so curious as to why you've made the decision and choice to help veterans specifically.
Well, I'm a veteran, so that makes a big difference for me. And I just feel like, as a veteran, I was in the Air Force, so I'm sorry for everybody else that chose different services. But I just feel like, you give up so much to go into the military. There's sacrifices that you make. Everybody makes sacrifices in their daily life, but it's just a different mentality. It's that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to, ensure that our country stays free, that we still have choice, that we, I can say what I think, and I feel like we give up as military members a lot, and our families make sacrifices as well, especially when we're deployed and just in dealing with the day-to-day craziness that can be involved in being in the military, that I really just wanted to do something to help other veterans, so that they can go, hey, you know what, I can enjoy my day. I can enjoy my life. I don't have to be stuck in this old thinking that is not helping me anymore. So.
Well, thank you from all of us at BVN for your service and for your continued service to your brothers and sisters who have served, and their families. For BVN members, you can apply to receive services from Helen through BVN on the link in our mental wellness group of our community. If you're not yet a member, you can join, submit your veteran verification, and then you can apply in the mental wellness group of our community. I have one more question for you, Helen. It's very important to me. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Well, for me, it's mostly chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Yeah. So any variation of chocolate is good as well. Fudge, brownies and chocolate and all of that. So yeah.
That's awesome. We will meet again in a couple of weeks. We'll have 2 educational sessions this month, and then starting in October, we'll start sending BVN members your way. So if anybody watching this video has any specific questions for Helen, please submit them to support@balanceveterans.org, and we will ask her next time. And then about mid-September, start looking for the next video. Is there anything else that you have, Helen?
No, I just am so excited to get started with BVN and going on this journey, and I look forward to whoever is open to trying it. It's just something different to try. You may have found success with another method, but this is just another one to add to that toolkit. So I look forward to talking with whoever comes up, and we'll go from there.